October Sky is a film that was recommended to me, and as is usually the case with a recommendation, I just jump in and watch it without really doing too much background reading. And I'm glad, because had I read the description of October Sky, I may not have been so enthused to watch it. It is so much better than it sounds. It was released in 1999, directed by Joe Johnston, written by Lewis Colick, based on the screenplay by Homer H. Hickam Jr. And stars, among others, Jake Gyllenhaal, Chris Cooper, Laura Dern, Chris Owen, Scott Thomas. Really great cast. The quality of the acting reflects on that. And this is based on the true story of Homer Hickam, who was a coal miner's son inspired by the first Sputnik launch to take up rocketry, which I didn't know was a word, against his father's wishes, and all about the creations that he goes on. He's actually a teenager in this, doing a lot of scientific experiments and learning about how a rocket launches, and they build nerds, I'm reading the words in front of me. They build rockets with, quote unquote, the local nerd and his friends. And, not many people are exactly enthusiastic about this. Not many people think that he's going to actually achieve anything by, this teenager trying to create a rocket in the 50s. Who cares? Nobody's going to really believe in him, despite Sputnik. But there is a teacher who believes in him, and it's all about giving him the confidence and the courage he needs, and having this belief in him that then leads him to having self-belief and, working on this project that becomes so much more than a project. It kind of becomes part of who he is. And there are problems that they face, of course there is, but they may actually get college scholarships at the end of this if they succeed. So it's a passion project, but it could also change their lives realistically. And it's pretty interesting. As I said, I didn't know it was a true story when I watched it. And then when I went back and looked on IMDb and did some fact checking, I was really pleasantly surprised. It's a bit of an odd story for one to be based on truth. If somebody said, here's my story, will you turn this into a film? I can't imagine many people would say, yes, I'll do that. But actually it does work. It's sweet, it's humbling, it's inspiring, it's motivational. And I think it's one that pretty much everybody has to watch. I think, it's a brilliant film from Universal, and I don't think there's anything that people wouldn't like about it. I'm not saying it will be people's all-time favourite film, but I'm struggling to find anything about it that people could pick faults with. The acting's good, the casting's good, the soundtrack's fine, set design's fine, narrative, brilliant, characters, brilliant. I don't know how accurate it is to the true story, so if anybody does know, feel free to let me know. I'd be very interested to see how much creative license was taken. But on the face of it, and even beneath the surface, October Sky is so much better than it sounds, and a lot better than I expected.